The Teroxx community, welcome to our weekly crypto news and market update video. And what will happen to Bitcoin? Here are a few things you need to know.
Teroxx, the digital asset boutique.
Bitcoin price action challenge 64k, but the high leverage levels make observers suspicious. It's maybe not that a lot of spot market buying going on. We will take a look on the institutional ETF flows later on. So high leverage is always volatile but not long lasting. If weeks fraught with potential volatility is maybe ahead, on-chain data suggests that Bitcoin long-term holders are reducing risk this month. Short-term holders are meanwhile under the microscope as leverage and open interest both rise up. So here you can see retail just investing because it's October, getting caught and washed out with liquidations by institutionals and going back in and in and in, putting the prices then again high, giving institutionals super good entry points. We'll take a look on this afterwards too. And is October, by the way, October cancelled, yes or not? This will be the question, and this is a little bit what we will now talk about. So here you can see that the open interest just went up on a Sunday night, but what could happen, so to speak? What could go wrong? If you take a look on how the Monday morning went until now, you can see it's going down a little bit, and the week sees market abandon a 0.5k rut best for the next leg of interest rate cuts by the Fed. This needs then as well to be seen, but all in all, a lot of people are now very clear in their votings. Effectively, restrictive Fed policy and interest rate hikes since March have been undone. This comes as market price another cuts of 0.75% in 2024 alone, so 0.5% and one lower of 0.25%. As well, here long-term holders likely protecting their profits at the moment. So October is not that super bullish just because it's October than it has been the last years. This is because institutionals are in this market and they're investing long-term, and they are not like, oh, it's October, so I'm just investing huge. This is not how institutions are working. So this is why this retail aspect is going more and more in the background and needs then to be re-evaluated. Price weakening maybe, Bitcoin holders want to take profit maybe, because the realized cap is in both ways quite high, meaning that the Bitcoin price momentum gets a warning. These rejections at the levels that we saw, like at 64 and 66, could imply that momentum is weakening after these price attempts to stay above the realized price, potentially leading to short-term corrections. As long as you're holding 60k, everything seems to be fine, but this needs to be watched out. It's not just because it's October. I will reply this more often so that you do not get caught in wrong understandings of the market. Market is moved by momentum, order flow, volume and stuff like this, and not because of a date range. Coinbase is strong against the SEC, landing another punch, so to speak. It's because of the Howey test and the court ruling for Ripple against the SEC, because the SEC had conceded and now reconfirms by its appeal in Ripple that the issues represented by Howey's application to secondary market digital asset transactions are of industry-wide significance. Prompt and complete appellate review is urgent needed. And so the Coinbase is putting pressure on the SEC, and it seems like the SEC is more and more in a weaker position, losing more and more ground over the last month. If we're taking a look how the crypto market is seen by a survey, then we've seen one of the highest conviction levels ever. For the next month, 50 or like 40% of the people are like, okay, we will go flat or even lower. 60% are up. If you take a look for the next 3 or 12 months, people are super bullish on Bitcoin and crypto. And this is as well a hint that as well you can think about how could development on this market be. Again, if you're having a good entry point and you're not stuck to one certain level and not having a high leverage, this means that the future could be bright for digital assets, and so that investments, good planned investments, are very good. And we at Teroxx are working on it daily, so we are the experts and the boutique for this kind of things. But here as well you can see digital assets are everywhere and everyone is talking about it. And on the other hand side, everyone is as well investing in it. So it could be good in the next 10 to 12 months that the market is going up. And this is underlined. And we're seeing huge outflows from the exchanges, meaning people storing their bitcoins offline. They want to invest long term, not speculating on the short term price actions, as well. This giving confidence for the market. The last 7 days we're consolidating, and for altcoins a negative. The market cap went down 100 billion, not that much, but October is not here yet. And this is as well underlined by the institutional flows. You can see this on the total. We've seen negative flows over the week, meaning that here as well there's the chance, if the flows coming back strong, market will pump. But when institutions are not investing, market is mostly going down. This is what we have seen last week, and so everyone should take a look on the institutional money flow to get a good feeling of how the market will react in the upcoming days. For the moment, if we're holding 60k, everything seems to be fine. But here you can see that the liquidations were on a second highest level of the whole year, just because it was October, and people just invested money and then getting liquidated with a high leverage because they thought, oh, now it's October, now I can make easy money. Whereas institutional investors let them or wash them out with liquidations, having better entry points, and so the game begins. So keep an eye on this. Do not use high leverage and always stay safe on the market, because again, not because it's October everything is just pumping. This can of course be the case, but please take a look and invest with a good risk and stop loss management. If we now taking a look on Bitcoin regarding October, then you can see what happened. We have a resistance at 64, we're having a support zone at 60, and the market is waving between these levels. We're having another resistance at 66 to 67k. And now what is, so to speak, going on? We've seen not much investment from institutions, a little bit of outflows, so market's going down. Held 60k at the support and then went up to the resistance. And this is an easy game you can play if the market is going down. Invest with the dollar cost average to secure your profit and have good entry points when going down, stepping out of the market. So here now, what to expect for the next week. The most healthy thing, to be very honest, would be going down a little further, building a support, consolidating around this, and then with good news going to the resistance at 64 and maybe rushing through to then going up to 66 again. If this is not happening, of course consolidations are never wrong. Having a consolidation, if we're seeing negativity, 60k should hold as a support. If 60k is not holding as a support, then we need to reevaluate what can happen, and then you should at latest close your longs and maybe thinking about another strategies, because then the market easily could go down to 57 or even lower. But this is as well everything related to what will happen with Israel and co. If there's a positive development and a de-escalation, markets could go very strong, high volatile upwards. If we think new escalation, it could go down. But all in all, this is for the market a short-term downward, but mid to long term, this seems not to be very interesting for market movements. This is sad to say, but this is how markets are working. So keep an eye on this. Market were strong over the weekend. Monday morning until now is not that bullish. I hope you liked this video. If you did, I would love to comment, like, or share this video, and we will see you next time when it comes to weekly crypto news and market update provided by Teroxx. Here you can watch another video of ours, or you just subscribe to this channel down below to never ever forget or not seeing a video that we are posting. Have a good week, stay humble, stay cool, and we hear us next week when it comes to crypto news and market update provided by Teroxx.